It was a warm afternoon in the small town of Redwood Falls, a picturesque place where life moved at a gentle pace. The town square was decorated for the biggest event of the year, the wedding of James and Emily. The young couple had spent months planning their dream wedding, and the day had finally arrived. Everything was set, the flowers, the venue, the guests, but there was one thing missing: James's older brother and best man, Michael. Michael was a soldier stationed overseas, and despite his best efforts, he wasn't able to get leave in time for the wedding. James had grown up idolizing his brother, and his absence left a heavy weight on his heart. The best man speech was meant to be one of the most important moments of the wedding, and now it wouldn't happen. Emily, knowing how much it meant to James, tried everything. She reached out to airlines, called in favors, even considered postponing the wedding, but nothing worked. Desperate, she turned to her last hope, a letter she had written months ago to Keanu Reeves, James's lifelong idol. James had been a massive Keanu fan since childhood, collecting posters, watching all of his movies, and even dressing up as Neo for Halloween 3 years in a row. When she had written the letter, it was mostly a joke, a wild wish sent into the universe. She never expected a response. And yet, fate had other plans. The unexpected guest. The wedding ceremony was about to begin. Guests were seated, the music was playing, and James stood at the altar, looking handsome in his navy blue tuxedo but with a lingering sadness in his eyes. Emily, hidden behind the doors, adjusted her veil and took a deep breath, wishing more than anything that she could make this day perfect for James. Then, just as the officiant was about to begin, there was a sudden commotion at the entrance of the venue. Murmurs spread through the crowd as a tall figure in a black suit walked through the doors. The whispers turned into gasps, and then stunned silence. James turned around, confused by the reaction of his guests. And then he saw him. Keanu Reeves. James's eyes widened in disbelief. No way, he muttered under his breath. Keanu smiled and strode forward, his calm, humble presence radiating through the room. He extended a hand. James, right. James could barely form words. Why, yeah. I heard you needed a best man. Keanu grinned. The room erupted in applause, laughter, and a few joyful tears. Emily, still standing by the doors, clutched the bouquet tightly, unable to believe what was happening. Her crazy letter had actually worked. James, still in shock, looked at Keanu, then at Emily, and then back at Keanu. How are you here? Keanu chuckled. Emily wrote me a letter. Said you were a big fan, and that your brother couldn't make it. Thought I'd step in if that's all right with you. James let out a half-laugh, half-disbelieving gasp. This is insane. Keanu patted him on the back. Hey, life's about making good memories, right? Let's give you one you'll never forget. The best man speech. The ceremony went on beautifully, with Keanu standing right beside James. After vows were exchanged and the couple was pronounced husband and wife, the guests moved to the reception, still buzzing about their unexpected guest. During dinner, it was time for the best man speech. James had planned to just say a few words himself, but Keanu insisted. I got this, he said, standing up and clinking his glass. The room fell silent as all eyes turned to him. Keanu cleared his throat, his deep voice carrying through the room. I know I'm not the best man James originally wanted, and I know I can't replace Michael. But when Emily reached out to me and told me about James, about how much he admires his brother, about how much love he has for his family, I knew I had to be here. James wiped his eyes, nodding in agreement. Keanu continued, Love is the greatest thing we have in this world. And today, we're all lucky to witness the love James and Emily share. It's rare, it's beautiful, and if there's one thing I've learned in my years, it's that moments like these are what truly matter. He raised his glass. To James and Emily, may your journey together be full of adventure, laughter, and most importantly, love. The room erupted in cheers. James hugged Keanu, whispering, Thank you, this means everything. Keanu just smiled. Happy to be here, man. A wedding to remember. The rest of the night was surreal. Keanu danced with the guests, posed for pictures, and even signed a few autographs, though he insisted, Tonight isn't about me, it's about James and Emily. But the highlight of the evening, When Keanu led a toast and then challenged James to a Matrix-style slow-motion fight on the dance floor, causing the entire crowd to burst into laughter. As the night came to a close, Keanu pulled Emily aside. "You did something beautiful for the person you love," he told her. "That's what real love is." Emily smiled. "I just wanted him to be happy." Keanu nodded. "You're gonna have an amazing life together." Then, as quietly as he had arrived, Keanu slipped out, leaving behind a night that no one in Redwood Falls would ever forget. The next morning, when James woke up, he still wasn't sure if it had been real. But then, on the bedside table, he found a note in Keanu's unmistakable handwriting. "James, your brother may not have been here in person, but he was here in spirit. And from what I've heard, he's an incredible guy. You're lucky to have him. Wishing you and Emily a lifetime of happiness. Keanu." James held the note close, feeling an overwhelming sense of gratitude. He may have started the day missing something, but he ended it with something unforgettable, a wedding day not just full of love, but of magic, kindness, and an unexpected guest who made it legendary. And so, in a small town in Redwood Falls, Keanu Reeves had once again proven why he was one of the most beloved actors in the world, not just for his talent, but for his kindness, humility, and willingness to make a stranger's dream come true. The legacy of the wedding. Years later, James and Emily would tell their children about the day Keanu Reeves showed up at their wedding. Their story would spread beyond their small town, making headlines and inspiring people around the world. It wasn't just about a celebrity doing a good deed. It was about the power of kindness, the magic of the unexpected, and the way love and community could turn even the most impossible dreams into reality.